So I am making a couple things for my friend for his birthday coming up at the end of the month. He has a birthday party on the 29th. So I'm making a couple things for him. And one of them is a crochet hook case because he also crochets. I got a pattern, which is cool. I already started on it because I can't wait to do anything. I have no sense of patience. So I have Miss Newbie Girl, my goodness. So I already started, as you can see. Already started. And I'll leave a link to the patterns I use in the description as well. But I'm kind of confused about this pattern. She had us do a gauge swatch, right? And in the gauge swatch, she had us use a 5mm hook in the same yarn that we're going to be using, which is fine. But then once we actually start it, she wants us to use a 4mm hook and still use the same amount of chains and stuff like that for what we got from our gauge swatch. So I don't know what. I just realized you can probably hear Mark this entire time because I'm watching Markiplier on my Switch. Don't worry about it, mind your business. But she had us do the gauge swatch with a 5mm, but then having us actually use a 4mm. You can't eat my hook, Miss Wham. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything with 4mm. But she has 4mm and 5mm listed in the materials of this pattern. So I don't know why she wanted the 5mm if it's nowhere in the pattern that we're gonna need a 5mm. I don't know. Because the main start says with 4mm hook, chain the number of chains. And then after that main part is what switches to the pocket flap, and it just says chain 15. It doesn't say with a 4mm or a 5mm. Same with the button strap and the granny square and everything like that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna use this 4mm though. I'm just gonna use this 4mm though, because I'm getting roughly what it should be. It's just that it's 25 by 21, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting 25 centimeters out of this, which is the important part, I suppose. Okay, so then I don't know why she has us take out the 5mm, so it's a little confusing, but definitely put that in when I'm reviewing the pattern. So yeah. So this is going to be, I'm pretty sure I'm going to record this in like 2 videos. I'll upload it in 2 videos. One's going to be the crochet hook and one's going to be the jewelry case. So there's that. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on and I'll update you. So white, soft mint, and fairy tale. But I didn't realize until after I already bought them that it was the colors of the trans flag, which is fine because, you know, my friend is trans. But I don't think that they would just want things in the color of the trans flag. But I also had this, which is the same exact kind of yarn, just in this purple color that I can't remember the name of. So I'm actually going to do one of the things I'm making in this white, pink, and purple, and then I'll make the other one in this white, purple, and blue. So, yeah. And then I have this Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles Light. I have 2 of this color, 1 of this color, and then I have this white and this gray. And those are both plans for projects, which I'll record videos on too. But yeah. So I started working on this a little bit more, and it's still confusing. I'm about most of the way through row 5, and I just realized, I don't know if it's just because I'm slow or if she explained it weird, but the way that this thing is going, she wants us to fold it up. Here, I'm gonna set the fucking camera down. She's going to want us to fold this thing up, right? And our crochet hooks are going to be sitting inside of it. So it's going to be folded up like this or something. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not enough space for my crochet hooks. Like, at all. Like, there is, with my crochet hook sitting at the bottom, which is not going to do just that much space. And that is not what is shown in this thing. And that's just my, that's with my 4mm. So let me grab a bigger one. This is my 10mm, which I don't think I would ever put in here. And this isn't even for me, but this would not fit my 10mm at all. So I think I'm going to frog it, and I think I'm going to use my 5mm hook. And the fucked up thing about it is, she says to chain 44, and then in the second chain from the hook is when you start single crocheting across. So it's actually like 43 stitches, and I did 47 stitches, and it's still like not. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm going to frog it, unfortunately, and start using my 5mm crochet hook because I don't get it. But and I realized that it also was not 25 centimeters. It was 24 centimeters. So that's probably where the difference is. I don't know if my tension's just tighter than hers, which it could be, but that doesn't explain why everything is all fucked up. Especially because it doesn't explain why when I added more, it's still not adding up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna use my 5mm crochet hook. That's what she had us use in the freaking gauge swatch. So that's what I'm going to use. I don't need the 10mm anymore. This is my 5. So yeah, restarting using the 5. And I've decided I have homework to do, so I'm going to finish the main part, like the main body of it, and then I'm going to do homework. So yeah. Okay, so I had to restart again. Went back to using 4mm because I didn't like the way that it looked with the 5mm. But still running into the issue of what the fuck. Because listen, so the materials list says 3mm yarn of 3 different colors. So I took that to mean that it means weight 3 yarn, right? As one would. I'm pretty sure that's the fucking common assumption. But the way that she's explaining it, like, I don't think that she meant the weight 3 yarn at all. Because the sizes are just not adding up. I even changed, she said that she wants 43. I did fucking 50, and it's still not looking like it's supposed to. She wanted 43, I changed 50. And look how fucking small this is still. And that's with the 4mm hook that she wanted, and the single crochets that she wanted us to use. And it still doesn't look right. So I don't know what the fuck she wants. I would not recommend this pattern for a beginner whatsoever. I've been crocheting for a couple years now, and it's still not making sense to me, like, at all. So I would not recommend this for a beginner. Not in the slightest bit. Because I don't know what the fuck the size is supposed to be. It says the end is supposed to be 25 centimeters. That's with an edging around the outside. So it's bigger than what she wanted me to use. With the 4mm hook that she told us to use.
No, it's fine. You can skip. It's totally good. It's totally good. It's totally good. It's totally good. It's all good. See, you guys thought that you were so smart.
I'll try something else. So I think I have it figured out now. But I had a chain like 66, I think it was, and the second chain from the hook I'm going through. But I'm pretty sure that's what equals 30 unstretched. Actually, a check. Yeah, that equals 30. So hopefully that fixes it. But all I know is I don't know how the fuck she got what she did chaining 43 or chaining 44 and then single crocheting 43. I don't know how she got that. But for me, with the size 4 hook that she wanted and the size 3 yarn that she wanted, I had to chain 66 and then single crochet 65. So I'll check back in and see how that's turning out. So something else that I've noticed about this pattern too is that it doesn't have a gauge size for the number of rows you're supposed to do. I mean, half-ass gauge size for the stitches or the chain, doesn't have any for the rows. So I'm supposed to do 15 rows of single crochets for this, but this is currently 3 rows right here. This right here is 3 rows. If it's on, it's not going to focus. It's whatever. That's currently 3 rows. I don't think 15 rows is going to be enough for it. So I guess we'll see, but probably gonna have to do more than 15 rows. And it doesn't tell me how much I need to do, so I basically just need to guesstimate and figure it out from there. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to be finishing the main body today because I'm irritated with this pattern and I'm hungry, which probably isn't making it any better. So yeah, I'm not finishing the main parts today because I have homework I need to do that's due this week, and I need to eat, so I'm not finishing this main part. But yeah, just in the future, I honestly would not recommend this pattern. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. And I don't want to tear down small businesses because obviously it's a small business, but I don't think this pattern was pattern tested at all. I don't think it was pattern tested. I think that she just went through it. It has a lot of pictures. The pictures aren't very helpful though. So they're just there. So I guess we'll see. Got food. When I finished, I got row 5. Did some math, figured out where I need to stop to do the other part of it now, so I don't have to do it later. Got that done. So I'm gonna eat and then take a nap and then do some homework. So a little update after my nap. This is about where I'm at now. Like that. This is about 11 rows and it's supposed to be done at 15 rows and it's not happening. So I'm gonna get to 15, measure out how big that is, and we'll go from there. But yeah, that's about where I'm leaving off for the night because I have some homework to do for the next like half hour and then I have work. So it is currently Friday. I initially started this on Tuesday. I did not work on it on Wednesday or Thursday. Don't mind the box, this has yarn in it. Don't worry about it. The pattern says to do 15 rows of single crochet. This is 15 rows of single crochet, and let me tell you, that's not enough. Not at all. So I'm currently working on more. I think if I did my math right, I'm going to need to do like 30, double this size. So 2 of these is gonna make about the front panel. So it should be about 30 to get it to where I need it to be. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I hate talking crap about small businesses and everything like that. And I'm not talking crap about them personally. I am talking crap about this pattern though, because it's not very good. I don't know if they just put the wrong size yarn down, and they don't have a like something that says like I use this yarn, or this is the yarn I used, I recommend this. You know, they don't have anything like that. If they would have, I would have been able to look at what yarn they used, look it up online, and see what weight it is. But they don't have that, so I can't check to see what their weight is. Even though, because listen, I'm gonna read this off to you. It says 3mm yarn of 3 different colors, acrylic cotton, 90 meters, 90 meters. I don't fucking know. Anyway, this is supposed to be, and it says here, the template uses American terminology. So, I don't know. But it says they use American terminology, but they're using centimeters, which is weird. A pattern that I've seen that uses American terminology always uses inches instead of centimeters. So I don't know. I don't know what they're getting into, but I mean, it's cute and I'm gonna finish it, but I have to write down all of the stuff that I did, so that way if I want to make it again in the future, I have all of the math from me, you know, making it and what I did before. So yeah, I'm about to finish. I think I'm gonna get up to row 20 and then I'm going to take a break. Update, it is currently Saturday, March 16th, and I finished the brunt of the work. All I need to do is the granny square that's gonna go right here, the pocket flap, and then there's supposed to be a little button flap that goes on the outside, and then the outside edging of the thing. So yeah, I'm almost done. But it is currently almost 4:20. But I'm not gonna do the rest of it today. I'm going to take a nap and then I'm going to finish some homework. But yeah, so this is where we're at currently. It is folding up. I am going to have to block it, but it's cute. It's cute. I'm gonna have to block it though because it's folding up like crazy. Yeah, so that's the update. Exciting news. It's finished. It's done. Mostly. I still need to block it because obviously there's like curling happening with the corners and stuff like that. It's not laying flat. But it's done. And see this right here? Not laying flat. Technically speaking, I finished it last night / this morning at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I just didn't have buttons to sew onto it that matched the color scheme, and I had to finish weaving in the ends. So yeah, I got these really cute buttons. That blue, it's really pretty. And then it has the little pocket right here for notions. And then it has the pocket right here for the hooks. If I can see, it has a pocket right here for the hooks and a little flap. But yeah, so I will say, this took me, I think I started it Tuesday. It took me a week to finish. And normally, almost a week. And normally that wouldn't be an issue, except it wouldn't have taken me a week if I didn't get so irritated about the pattern. Because, listen, no hate to the creator of the pattern. Absolutely no hate to the creator of the pattern. But it's just not a good pattern. I think it was like a translation thing, maybe, but I was looking at the comments or the reviews on the pattern on Etsy, and there were quite a few of them that were positive, which is why I got it, because it has like a 4.9 rating on Etsy, which is why I bought it. And most of them were saying that it's good, but then I realized that most of them are also saying that they hadn't done it yet. They just looked at it and they said that it looked good. But then there was quite a few of them, or like 3 or 4 that I seen. I think there was like 25 reviews, and like 3 or 4 of them said that they had issues with the translation of it because it didn't look like it was translated properly. There was misspellings in it, which I did notice too, that there was misspellings. It was supposed to be a US pattern, or like use like US terminology, but it was also put in centimeters instead of inches, which is like minor. That's not a big deal. I can convert centimeters and inches. And then I looked this up a few times just to make sure that I wasn't being crazy and missing something. But there is, from what I could find, there's no yarn that's considered 3 mm, like 3 millimeter. That's how I looked at it. There's no yarn that's called 3 millimeter yarn. I looked it up a few times, looked to see if maybe it was a different terminology or something, but I couldn't find anything on it. So that's the reason why I just assumed that it was meant size 3 yarn. But if it was for size 3 yarn, like I've already said in the video, if it was for size 3 yarn, then her gauge makes absolutely no sense, especially because she only had us using a 4 millimeter hook. So the gauge would make absolutely no sense. So I don't think that she used a weight 3 yarn. I think she used maybe a weight 4 yarn. I think would make the most sense for this pattern, is that she used a weight 4 yarn but labeled it under weight 3. I don't know, but there was no gauge swatch, no actual gauge swatch. She obviously put her measurements down in what she used, but there was no actual gauge swatch. She told you to put a button down, but sew a button in, but she didn't tell you what size button to sew in, which is fine. I just got one. I just took the entire project to Joann's and decided based on what button would fit in the freaking hole. And then the sewing instructions didn't really make a lot of sense. The pictures weren't helpful like at all, so I just kind of sewed it together how I deemed fit, and that worked perfectly fine. Like I said, I had to do a lot of math to figure out how to get it to, or how to do a lot of math to figure out how to get it to this size, with my gauge and yarn weight and everything like that, which is fine, except I didn't want to do math. I just wanted to work it up quickly and everything like that, but I had to do math, and in total I had to do 30 rows for one side of it when it was originally supposed to be 15 rows. And I had to do, I think in her pattern it says 43 chains. I had to do like 65. So like it just wasn't very good. And let this be a lesson to you motherfuckers on Etsy. If you're going to write a review of something, make sure you do the pattern first and stop saying that it just looks good, because what does that mean? You don't know because you're not doing it, so you don't actually know if it's a good pattern or not because you haven't done it yet. You can look at it. I looked at it to begin with and I was like, okay, yeah, it looks fine. It wasn't fine. So stop reviewing things on Etsy or anywhere until you actually do them. But yeah, I don't regret buying the pattern though. I don't regret buying it because I love it. It's really cute. But if you were to buy the pattern, I would recommend either going with a size 4 yarn or doing, I think it was like 65 by this initial one. This initial panel was 30, 1 row of double crochet that you need, and then I think I did 28 rows of this, or maybe 29, because of the double crochet. So you're just gonna have to do the math, figure it out yourself. Also, the scallop edge is not included in the pattern. I just added that because I thought it was cute. So yeah. Editing B here. I forgot to do an outro, just like I did in my first video. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you don't, that's fine too. I'll be a little sad, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.